Okay, so I went outside today, which is a rare occurrence. I hate leaving the house, actually. It's terrifying. I don't like being in public. I don't like when people are looking at me. And I got the FaZe Clan Totino's pizza rolls, the buffalo flavor. Pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. Like an 8 or 9 out of 10. But for like pizza rolls, like they were great. Like they're probably better than the extra flavor, especially if you want like a little extra kick. But anyways, that's not what the video's about. Today is a story time. If you guys watched the last video, I'm back to my original setup where the room is actually clean. Kinda. I mean, that box needs to go. Like that's gonna go outside like right when I'm done with this video. But like the room's clean. The bed's made, kinda. There's not a bunch of shit on the floor is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so I'm flying home. I'm getting on the plane to come back home to where I am now. I have a middle seat, which I'm not the biggest fan of middle seats, to be honest. Not like I'm huge or anything. I'm only like around 6 foot tall, but I'm very much like mostly legs. Like my leg, I'm definitely like 70% legs. I swear I get it from my mom, dude. She's the same way. So I'm already kind of like I don't know. I don't want to sit in the middle. So I'm kind of like already pessimistic about the whole thing, you know? And I'm in one of the earlier rows, maybe like the 12th row. So I'm one of the first people on the plane. Like I'm not first class, but I'm kind of like towards the front of economy. And the person that sits to my right gets there. And I put my earbuds on early. Honestly, in planes, I'm dead silent. I don't want to say hi to anybody. I don't want to start small talk. Like I said, I am terrified of speaking to people. So I just want to get on my plane and get where I gotta go. And my first passenger sits next to me, and I don't hear her at first. I guess she's like says hi or something like that. I literally don't hear it. I swear to God, I don't hear it. And then she like nudges me, and I look up, you know, I smile. It comes to my attention, and I love bigger people. Trust me, I love big people. I have nothing against them. It's just this has to go with the storyline so that it makes sense. This woman is probably around 5'7", 5'8". She's kind of a taller woman, and she's probably 450 pounds or so, maybe more, but I don't want to say more just in case she's not. And I mean, I hate sounding up, but she's a big lady, like probably 450 pounds. And when she sits down, it immediately comes to my attention that we do not fit next to each other. Like her left thigh is probably taking up 20% of my seat, at least. And it's okay. Like I'm okay. I'm kind of all right in claustrophobic situations. I'm not the worst. So, you know, I'm glad it was me sitting there and not somebody that like freaks out when their personal space is intruded. You know, I could kind of I'm kind of okay with it. I can get by. You know, about 2 to 3 minutes later, the person that sits to my left arrives at the seat, and we have to get up for him. And this time I actually saw him because this guy was about 6'4", 6'5", and maybe 350 pounds, 300 pounds. It's hard to kind of like gauge the weight of somebody that's really tall because he didn't look like fat. He was just a huge fucking guy. But I mean, I said what's up to him, you know, he was just a really huge guy. Nothing against him, nothing against the girl either, nothing against either of them. They were just big people, and I'm stuck in the middle of them. And at first, you know, this is okay. It's not that bad until we're getting ready to take off. I think the flight was at like 3:30, and that time is coming around. So I'm like, okay, we're about to take off. Hopefully I can just fall asleep and nap. My little, you know, I'm squished up. My shoulders are kind of in like this. I'm just trying to sleep, you know. I just want to nap. I won't even remember that, you know, when you're asleep, you don't fucking feel anything. You don't know anything, you know. So I'm just trying to sleep. I keep one AirPod off till we get in the air, like just in case like I gotta talk to somebody or like something important gets said on the intercom, because I'm like super paranoid. Like if somebody intruded the plane and you have your noise cancellation earbuds on, you're a sitting duck. And sure enough, over the intercom, the pilot says that there is something wrong with the brake system. Something wrong with the brake system, and we can't take off. Like something drastically wrong is happening where it's unsafe to fly the plane. And I'm like I get really paranoid, so I'm kind of like, oh, this is it. I'm gonna die. But he mentions that it's a 15-minute thing. So honestly, I'm kind of like, oh, okay, 15 minutes. Like I'll wait 15 minutes and just, you know, pull up a YouTube video. I don't know, watch some FaZe Jev or some shit. Like 20 minutes goes by, and I'm expecting us to like take off pretty soon here. And then he mentions that they need another 45 minutes, and it's something more serious than they thought. And that fucking sentence is terrifying. You never want something wrong with the brake systems of a plane. And the first thing they say is that something is more wrong than they thought it was, and it's a bigger issue that's gonna take more time. Fuck that. I fucking hate the sound of that. Like, that is terrifying. But I waited out, you know, the 45 minutes goes by. All of a sudden, like towards the end of this 45 minutes, the AC is off because I guess the plane is off. I don't really know how planes work. I'm guessing it's like a car where if you turn it off, the AC won't work. And there is a crazy smell coming from the woman on my right. And I don't think it has anything to do with her being big. She looked like a very clean individual. She was well put together. She had nice clothing on. So I don't think it was a size thing. I think she just had like a natural scent to her. I don't know. And it was not pleasant. She smelled pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. She smelled pretty fucking bad. And thank God that like right when I started getting getting like whiffs of her, the plane was like good to go and the AC started blasting again. And, you know, I kind of like, I guess, pushed the scent away, which is kind of disgusting to say, but that's how it went. So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, here we go. We're taking off, you know, and takeoff happens. Everything's cool. First 30 minutes, you know, I'm just relaxing. I still kind of have this feeling in the back of my head, like, fuck, I have no room on this fucking plane, you know? Like, I really didn't. I had no room. Like, those two would have fit perfectly in like first class together. It's like 2 seats and they would have fit perfectly next to each other. So I'm just watching my YouTube. The snacks come around. I don't get snacks on the plane because I don't want to have to piss or shit like ever. I hate having to get up, especially if I'm in the middle. If I'm in the aisle seat, maybe I'll like dabble in it. So, you know, I skip on the snack. Once again, this has nothing to do with her being a big person, but the lady on my right gets her snack and her Coke, you know, she gets like the biscotti or whatever the fuck they are, the little crackers. I'll pull a picture up on screen. She gets her snack and her Coca-Cola, which, you know, you can't judge someone for getting a fucking soda. I think that's weird to judge someone over their drink preference, to be honest. But then she gets a meal, like a full-size meal on the plane, which is like first class. They give you a meal almost like no matter what. I've been first class like once in my life, and I know they give you a meal, you know. So it was just weird to me to see like an economy passenger get a meal, but she's got a meal. So she gets all stationed, she's got her shit set up, and she has her own fork and knife like in her fucking pocket. I think in her fucking pocket she has her own like fork and knife. So this chick's ready to roll. Like, she is fucking ready to go. She whips it out. She's got like a bib, dude. She's got like a handkerchief bib, and she just starts chowing down. I'm not judging, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting her do her thing. This is normal, somebody eating a meal. But then she finishes her meal awfully quick, maybe 10 minutes. I guess that's not too quick for a meal, but 10-15 minutes. And as the next stewardess comes by, she has her credit card ready, and I kind of already knew what she was gonna do, but I didn't want to judge her, you know, just in case it was something that it wasn't. But she proved me right, and she ordered another meal, a whole nother meal, and a snack and a drink. She gets a whole nother set of what she just had, which by then it's probably like 3,000 calories, maybe 2,500 calories, and they bring it to her awfully quick. You know, she gets it within like 2 minutes or something. They just go grab it really quick, you know. So yeah, she gets her food and she chows it down. Same thing, 10-15 minutes. If she went for a third, I probably would have judged her. I would have been like, Jesus Christ, you are eating too much food. But she's done after 2 meals, which is fine. You know, I'm just telling a story. I'm not trying to judge her for being big, but I was just like, wow, you just had a day's worth of food in less than 20 minutes. Probably why you look the way you look, you know what I'm saying? After she finishes eating, I get there, the stench comes back. Like, it is a crazy smell. And like, I don't even know if it was from her. It very well could have been the person behind her, across from her, in front of her. It could have been fucking me. I don't fucking know. It just came from my right side. My right nostril was getting it. Okay, so that's the only reason I'm saying this. It's just been a long fucking flight, man. I had like no personal space while she was eating. She was kind of eating like this, like with her fork. She's eating like cheese with a fork and knife, dude. It's like, come on, fucking pick it up and bite it. So she's like this. Her elbows are kind of flared because she's using utensils. So I'm like this now. Like I have my phone right here. I had it like here, but like down, you know, like in front of me, but down. Now I'm fucking like right here. I have no fucking space at all. But it's okay. She finished and I kind of started to like drift off to sleep a little bit. We're probably like an hour into the flight now. You know, I get a good like 30 minutes in. A little cheeky 30-minute nap. Anything helps, you know? Like anything to pass the time on a flight, you take it. You take what you can get. So I get like 30 minutes in and I wake up. It was kind of like when I woke up, she started falling asleep. Like I could kind of see her drifting off, but she was reading like a Kindle. She actually had a really cool book on it. I was like reading some of the dialogue, which I guess is kind of like weird and nosy of me to do, so I guess I could judge myself for that. And she starts falling asleep, and I guess this is kind of where the story gets funny. I don't know. I hope the whole thing's been somewhat funny. But so she falls asleep. You know, when you're asleep, you kind of don't really have like control of yourself, you know, like your limbs might go fucking flying and shit. I know me, when I sleep, I'll like flail around my arms, like I'll throw a fucking flying elbow. Maybe it's all the UFC I've been watching recently. You know, she falls asleep and I'm like, okay, just, you know, let her sleep. At this point, I'm like listening to music and doing some like Cyber Monday shopping. And so I'm kind of shopping, you know, just, I don't know, I'm on Amazon a little bit. I wanted to maybe get like room accessories, you know, like cool little light things, because I want to make my room, I don't know, aesthetic. I was thinking about getting a rug, because if you guys saw it from earlier, the middle of my room is so fucking empty. There is absolutely nothing there. So, and I actually did end up getting one. I'll try to pull the picture up on the screen as well. It's like the word fuck. It's literally just the word fuck. Like, like in bubble letters. I think it fits my aesthetic of being a fucking unhinged idiot. So yeah, I'm just doing some Cyber Monday shopping, and her arm just keeps kind of like gradually falling onto me. And I already don't have space because of her big thighs. I hate calling her big. It feels so fucked up. I'm really just trying to tell a story here. Even if it was a small person in my space, I would tell the story the exact same. But, you know, her arm, like, keeps falling onto me. And she, like, corrects it, you know? Like, when it falls on me, she picks it back up. So I'm kind of like, fuck. It's, like, every, like, 15 seconds. So I'm kind of like, damn, like, this shit's kind of annoying. And I'll, like, go like this to like kind of like nudge her off of me, but without like nudging, you know. I'll like roll my shoulders just to make my arms move, and it's like gradually getting worse. And she tries to like, this is so fucked up, you guys, but she gets like aware in her sleep that she's like fucking non-stop hitting me, and she takes her arm and goes like this and like lays it on like her stomach, her huge stomach. She lays her arm so it kind of has a seat on her stomach. And I was like, wow. Like, I wanted to kind of like laugh because it was like a crazy thing. I was like, wow, I can't believe you can actually just use your body as like a pillow for your own limb. But even that didn't work. Like, she was so round that her arm literally could not go around herself, and it was still slipping off. And now that it was farther this way, when it slipped off, it was like a slope, and it like came crashing into me. Like, at this point, she's like elbowing me and shit. She's really fucking me up. But she tries giving herself like an armrest with her own body. She even tries like turning her body so that the arm like literally won't fall down, but it just keeps falling down. And this whole time, I already don't have any room. Like, I've yet to really like stretch my legs, and the dude behind me is like fully extending his legs. So if I put my feet behind, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if I put my feet behind my knees, like instead of putting your legs out, putting your legs back, you know, like a decline, I couldn't even do that because there's like two shoes there, and I know the shoes. I was able to feel them. They were Converse. That dude was so much in my grill, I could literally feel like the brittleness on the front of a Converse. I was able to feel that from what's under me. Now I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Like I'm getting 3-on-1, dude. I'm getting fucking bukkake gangbang. But it was just a horrible experience, you know. The plane ends up landing and the flight's over and shit, but it was like really hard test of like claustrophobia, really. Like, that's really just what it was. It was just a huge case of claustrophobia. So I wanted to share it because it was definitely like one of, if not my most difficult flight. And it's only a 3-hour flight, which is like 2 movies that are an hour and a half long, you know. It's really not that much time. Like, you could pass 3 hours pretty fucking easily, you know. But it was fucking miserable. It was pretty fucking miserable. I kind of just wanted to share the story. The lady, she could not keep her arms off of me, and she ordered a lot of food, and I just had no space. The poor guy to my left too, he was like trying his best to like angle his body to the left, you know, because he's on the left of me. He's basically putting his kneecaps like into the wall where the window is on a plane. But even that like wasn't enough, dude. Like, she was pushing me to his side, so I'm basically doing the same thing as him. That's really all there was to say. It was just a difficult flight, man. So yeah, I'm glad to be back, and more videos on the way. Hopefully I can get a little more consistent. I really want this channel to be every other day uploads, so I hope I can get there. It shouldn't be that hard, you know. I guess it's kind of like a combination of like busyness and laziness. So December, we're gonna try to be super consistent to end the year off, and hope you guys are looking forward to it, because I'm looking forward to it. I want to see if I can get at least 15 videos uploaded in December. That'd be awesome if I could pull that off while keeping the same amount of quality, and, you know, hopefully telling some good stories or doing good gameplays. But yeah, I'm sorry if this is kind of a longer story time. I know not many people are gonna make it this far. I think it's probably gonna be like a fucking 20-minute video, which is kind of crazy, but I try to add detail on all my story times. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys later.